So just start off, we'll start with first of all cross hand grab. Yes. Okay, and nice and firm. So what tends to happen is our brain tells us to start doing this thing. Then we start to use force, fight, or we go into all these other modes. So what I'm going to ask you to do to feel where the tilt point is, we're going to do an Ikkyo technique, but we're going to do it through my body structure. My body structure drops through, my hip turns, I extend through, and I get to this point where I stop, I become a statue. And now I ask the student to try and stand up. And what he should find, without me having to use any extra force, it's quite difficult for him to stand up, yeah? How's that feel?
Yes.
Yeah? When I tend to grab, what tends to happen is I'll push on him. Now he can push up into my structure. So I didn't capture what we class as that tilt point. If I'm here and I'm gluing to the person, but I'm extending with my hip and going through past the shoulder, now when he wants to stand up, I should find that difficult, and I shouldn't have to be burning up any extra energy to do this. Okay, so we'll start at this point. When you're ready, we can then add the gravity. Yeah. So to use a tilt point from here, I really need to try to get the opponent's shoulder to rotate through his shoulder blade and lead him out past the tip of his toes. Okay? If I go too far, he takes a step. If I don't roll enough, he's still structurally sound. So when we were doing this one earlier, this is what I'm looking for, that I'm actually through the rotation of the shoulder, taking his centre balance out towards the tip of his toes and keeping that extension forward, so it's very difficult for him to stand up. But if I overdo that now, he's going to step. So I'm using feeling, I'm trying to feel where is that point of no return, where is that point where I have control. It's easy just to smash people. This is what a lot of people learn and think this is great too, nothing wrong with it. But if you want to learn structural connection and controlling somebody with connection, then it's, for me, the journey's been about my structural connection to this person's structural connection. Okay? So we'll go from fourth form here now. Okay? And for those old school people who want to try, they can come in underneath with the thumb and the fingers, but you're actually using your foot and your hip to take the person. Keep that shoulder extended past his toes. For higher grades or people who want to go a little bit further up in this understanding, what you can do is come here, but it's your body mass coming through. It's the fact that my volume now is past the person, so stand up. Okay, so again, and they do a lot of this sort of thing where it's the movement of body structure to take the shoulder joint through and out. And the principle I looked at was the Ikkyo principle of taking the shoulder joint. Okay. And this can be done by extension, or it could be done through structure, or it could be done through volume. But each one of those different principles is still creating the same effect on uke. And one of those three principles may suit me better than the other ones. And that's what we should be exploring.